It's Tuesday, August the 22nd, and this is your Barbados Today afternoon news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, Barbados records its second shooting death within the space of 24 hours. The latest victim is 37-year-old Sean Omar Taylor of Lodge Road in Christchurch. Police say that Taylor was pronounced dead on arrival at hospital after being shot while at Mullion Lane, Gallhill in the same parish, sometime between 9:30 and 10 o'clock last night. Law enforcers say they responded to a report of shooting at Mullion Lane, but by the time they arrived at the scene, Taylor had already been taken to hospital by private transportation. Only on Sunday night, another man, 40-year-old Omar Moore from the nearby community of Kendall Hill, was gunned down while at Cane Vale Crescent, Christchurch, as he was driving out from the home of a friend. Police are still looking for the assailants of both shooting incidents. Last night's killing brings to 19 the number of gun-related murders so far for the year, and a total of 23 homicides. Now this compares to 22 murders for the whole of last year, 72% of them by the gun. Government announces plans to conduct a major study of those students who sat the Common Entrance examination in May this year. Minister of Education Ronald Jones says the idea is to get a better picture of the ideal learning environment for the nation's children. Jones tells Barbados Today the study should begin in another 2 weeks when the September term begins and will focus mainly on the first 1,000 student passes in the Common Entrance exam.
And the way we're going to ask the question and code the question is going to be able to toss up for us a whole lot of other sociological information which will help guide the learning process, parental involvement, what we call shadow education, how did that contribute, what we call lessons, what were they involved in at school as part of the clubs, part of the disciplinary organizations like the cadets. How much time did they spend on tasks? You know, meaning how much time did they devote to learning and devote to other extracurricular activities? All of that we're going to try to find out to create a picture of the ideal environment for children to learn and for children to succeed.
Explaining the rationale behind the number of students chosen, Minister Jones noted the gap of marks between the first child and the 1,000th child was not that wide.
And that says something about the social environment, about the impact of the social environment on learning, about the school that you attended and all of that. Because in any school, secondary school at first form, where you might have 150 children, 160, you will find that there would be a variety of children from different primary schools existing there. So you want to find those peculiarities that give them the opportunity to go to the schools that contain the first 1,000 students.
In the Caribbean Premier League now, it was a thriller last night in Providence where the Guyana Amazon Warriors beat the Barbados Tridents. The Warriors were set a competitive score of 159 to win.
The Barbados Tridents got off to a good start, led by Dwayne Smith, supported at the top by Kane Williamson. Smith bringing up his half-century with a maximum of Riyad Emirates. He had 5 sixes on the night. Not so for Williamson, who skied one and was taken by Virasamy Pumal. Rashid Khan gets to the wicket, gone for 47, the Tridents 107 for 1 after 15 overs. Smith, full of confidence, used every opportunity to find the boundary. Even the home crowd seemed to be enjoying it. Kieron Pollard tried to join in on the action but was taken on the boundary by Rashid Khan. Sohail Tanvir sending back Polly for 6 in the final over. Smith continued and got a well-deserved century, 100 off 69 deliveries. He fell with the very next ball, going for another big hit. Good evening for the former West Indies opener. Tridents 159 for 4 in their 20 overs. Guyana didn't seem daunted as Chadwick Walton got to work early. Tanvir too was looking good with aggressive play before he was stopped on 16. Pollard got yet another late scalp to complete a 4-wicket haul to make this interesting. An anticlimactic end of sorts, with a wide getting the Guyana Amazon Warriors to 160 for 6, completing a 4-wicket win over the Barbados Tridents.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Welcome to CaraFesta 13. As an Amera affiliate, we at Grand Bahama Power Company strive to live and work injury-free every day, and we encourage you to do the same. Here's a safety tip for you. Social media can wait. No text, tweet, or phone call is worth you or anyone else's life. So before you start your car, send any messages that you need to send and make your glove compartment your phone compartment. From everyone here at Grand Bahama Power Company, have a safe, enjoyable, and incident-free CaraFesta. Stay safe, everyone.
CaraFesta 13 Barbados.
Welcome back with news from the region now. A Trinidad and Tobago national has been placed on a United Nations ISIS and Al-Qaeda sanctions list. More in this TV6 news report.
TNT national Shane Dominic Crawford, who was reportedly killed in the Middle East late last year, has now been placed on a United Nations ISIS and Al-Qaeda sanctions list. Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi made the announcement on Monday after Crawford was placed on the U.S. terror list in March of this year.
In more regional news now, with Guyana on track to become the economic powerhouse in the Caribbean with its recent oil finds, companies in the United Kingdom have begun seeking investment possibilities there. Royden James reports.
With Guyana on the edge of economic transformation with the discovery of oil, the possibility of increased investments in the country could be realized soon. At a press briefing on Thursday, British High Commissioner to Guyana Greg Quinn said that there is a big buzz in the United Kingdom among investors to bring their resources here.
Since oil and gas became as big an issue here as it now is, the interest in UK companies has gone, through the roof.
The High Commissioner said that UK companies have been visiting Guyana frequently as they continue to seek for investments.
I mean, we are now at the stage where we're seeing new companies coming out here every week.
On the international scene now, rescue workers sawed and mowed rubble with their bare hands as they raced to save people caught under collapsed buildings on the Italian island of Ischia. At least 2 women are believed to have been killed and around 40 injured after the estimated 4.3 magnitude quake hit yesterday evening.
Emergency workers pull a 7-month-old baby out of the rubble of a collapsed building on the Italian island of Ischia. With bare hands, they search for his 2 young brothers trapped in the rubble. At least 2 people are believed killed and around 40 injured after an estimated 4.3 magnitude earthquake hit the island off the coast of Naples on Monday evening. Residents and tourists ran out onto the narrow streets from homes and hotels and spent the night outdoors. Fearing aftershocks, many headed to the pier, deciding to leave the island. 6 buildings in the town of Casamicciola, including a church, collapsed when the quake hit just before 9 p.m. The Civil Protection Department says about 2,500 people can't re-enter their homes, whilst building checks are being carried out.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.